Find a comfortable position, whether that is sitting, standing, or starting a gentle walk. Close your eyes or soften your gaze to the surroundings in front of you. Take a few slow, intentional breaths while you feel your body settle into the posture or the rhythm of your movement. You are now in a quiet forest. The air is cool and smells of damp earth and deep greenery. Look down and notice the forest floor. It is a tapestry of life, full of things that have fallen, broken, and beautifully reintegrated. This is the central lesson of Mother Nature: impermanence and acceptance. The dead wood, the shattered rock, the old pieces of human creation, they are not discarded. They are gently claimed, softened, and transformed by the quiet, resilient growth of moss. The moss doesn't judge the break. It simply accepts the surface and begins the slow, steady work of healing. Feel your breath, soft and patient, like the moss accepting whatever surface it finds. Focus your awareness now on a person who has caused you pain or offense. Their action remains a sharp, painful fragment of the past. Acknowledge the resulting pain and resentment. These are the sharp edges you are carrying. Now, draw on the spirit of the forest. Visualize green moss growing right over the sharp fragment. It grows slowly, steadily, and completely, softening those jagged edges until they are harmless. The moss changes your relationship with the memory. Reflect on the first lesson of nature: impermanence. The self that caused the pain is not the same self that exists today. With this deep acceptance of change, repeat these phrases, feeling the moss take hold. I see the brokenness, and I choose to accept it. I wrap the pain you caused me in this gentle, healing moss. I see your impermanence and capacity for change. I forgive you for my own peace. Now, turn your attention to the pain of ambiguous loss. This is the feeling that comes from a lack of closure, a clearing where something should be, surrounded by mist and silence. Feel the confusion, the yearning, and the lack of answers. Ambiguous loss often creates an immense pressure to try and solve the situation. You may harbor resentment toward life itself, or toward the absent person for not providing certainty. We now turn to nature's lesson of mystery and patience. Nature accepts the empty space, the unknown, and the slow unfolding of time. It allows the mist to linger, knowing that life continues around the edges of the mystery. You are not forgiving an action, but forgiving the lack of a resolution. Repeat these phrases, giving up the need to know or fix. I surrender my struggle to understand what cannot be understood. I forgive the situation for its lack of closure. The moss of acceptance grows around this empty space. I choose peace over the need for certainty. Feel your body relax as you let go of the impossible task of finding an answer. Next, turn your focus towards yourself. Recall any action or word of yours that you regret. This might feel like a piece of dead, heavy wood in your heart. Acknowledge this feeling of regret and embrace the next lesson of Mother Nature: transformation. In the forest, nothing is truly lost. The dead wood and the broken leaves become the nourishment for new life. Your guilt is placed gently on the forest floor. The earth begins the work of decomposition and renewal. Your mistake is not a permanent flaw. It is material to be integrated and transformed into wisdom and future kindness. Repeat these phrases, feeling the transformation take root. I acknowledge my mistakes and accept my imperfections. I allow the moss to grow over my guilt and regret. This experience becomes the soil for future compassion. May the space between me and the other person begin to heal. Finally, focus the healing power of the moss and the forest on yourself. Focus on any persistent self-criticism, any part of yourself you deem broken, weak, or unworthy. See these self-judgments as the sharpest shards of all, aimed only inward. Feel the moss of unconditional self-acceptance covering your entire inner landscape. This is the deepest lesson of nature: radical acceptance. The sun shines on the weed and the flower alike. The earth holds the fertile soil and the broken rock with equal, unbiased gravity. Wrap your whole being in this velvet moss of self-forgiveness. For the next minute, to yourself, repeat the following unifying mantra 3 times, letting it sink into your heart deeply. This mantra encompasses forgiveness of yourself, others, and acceptance of the natural and perfect world. I honor my history I accept my present. I choose to grow. Take one deep, slow, consolidating breath, drawing the cool, fresh air up from the quiet forest floor. Carry the profound lesson of the moss with you. Forgiveness isn't about erasing the crack. You can't just wipe away the memory of the hurt. Instead, forgiveness is the quiet, steady growth of moss. You are choosing to let acceptance settle into the broken space. The healing moss doesn't hide the crack, but it softens the hard edges and transforms the old wound into something uniquely beautiful and strong. This is your own soft, wild growth, creating a place of resilience right where the damage used to be. Now, gently bring your awareness back to the physical world. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the subtle shift of the clothing against your skin. Listen for the faint sounds in the room or outside, allowing them to anchor you in the present moment. Notice the support beneath you, the ground, the chair, the cushion. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes, returning fully to the present. Thank you.